D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I finished Stargirl, episode 8 of season 2. And let me just tell you right now, I really like this show. And one thing that I've always kind of not liked is the character of Beth. I just thought she's always been kind of useless to the team and everything. But this character earned my respect today. I'll tell you that right now. She did a good job in this episode. The actress always has done a good job. I think the actress is definitely talented. But she stood up against Eclipso, and I was, I'm not gonna lie. At the end of it, I was proud of her. I was like, "Oh, Beth, good for you," and everything. And it talked about some stuff. It talked about had some racial stuff in there, which I thought was very good, and I'll touch on that when we get to it. But I did like this episode, and I thought that they did a good job with the writing on this episode. I thought it was very good, and I can't wait to see what goes on next. And I want to talk about some of the CGI because, okay. But before I get started, I want to say two more things, and then we'll get on this breakdown. The first one is that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine always get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. The second thing is I'm selling merch. So check this out. Geek What is now a clothing brand that designs unique streetwear with a geek/nerd attitude. Some of the core values of Geek What is to see the geekdom for how amazing it is, which is something I've always encouraged on this channel. Here's a look at my latest shirt that was designed by artist Patrick Walters, with my favorite design being me as a cartoon. So if you like what you see, go ahead and click on the link in the description down below. I promise you won't be disappointed. All right, you guys, so head over there and maybe buy something or whatever. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. All right, now that we're done with business, let's get on to this breakdown. So like I said, I really like this episode, but it starts off with this white car driving down the road. And it's driving over to the farm, and I knew this was Rick's farm and everything. But I didn't know who it was. But then she pulls up, and it's the teacher. I don't remember her name, but she pulls up to Rick's house. She walks up to the door. Rick comes out, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I wanted to apologize again for, saying that you cheated." And he's all like, "You drove all the way out here to say that?" She's like, "No. I've collected some stuff about college and some college forms, and then I've also collected some stuff about scholarships." And she's all like, college is, who you can, you can turn yourself into who you want to be. You don't have to be the person that you were. It's a fresh start. And she says something about that's how she got her fresh start kind of thing. The uncle comes out, which the uncle's a douche for no reason. I want to talk about him in just 2 seconds. But he comes out and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, dropping these forms off, whatever. She's like, "Happy Fourth." He's like, "Who cares?" and everything. He's all like, "You'll go to jail before you go to college," which foreshadowing. But I just want to say the uncle is just not a good person, and I don't understand why. Like, I don't understand if him and his brother didn't have a good relationship, but if my brother, either one of them, had dropped off their kids and then died, I wouldn't go on a drinking bender for 15 years. I'd take care of the kid like it was my own. And I don't understand why he's all like, "Oh, you ruined my life." Like, what were you doing that was so special? Okay? Like, come on. And, like, it's a child. Like, calm it down. Like, what is going on? So he throws the stuff down, and Rick picks it up and everything. And, good for you, Rick. Like, it sucks, but you can have a better life kind of thing. So he goes out to the woods with a big bag of apples. Feeding Solomon Grundy must cost him a fortune. Anyways, and I don't understand how he's paying for all. But anyways, so he's in the woods, and he's like, "What is this all for?" He's like, "I give so much, but I get nothing back." He's like, "Why do I keep doing this?" Solomon Grundy comes out. Now, the CGI, I want to say, is not bad on Solomon Grundy. But they obviously use him sparingly because they can't afford it. And I go, if you can't afford Solomon Grundy, don't do Solomon Grundy. Or do green screen and have somebody in makeup. Because if you're not going to have Solomon Grundy like in there, you're not going to have him in there, then don't do it. And they have him in a good chunk of this, but when it comes to characters like this and stuff like this, you got to have him there like all the time. Okay, that's just or like a good chunk of the time because he's obviously playing a part. And lately they've just been doing the whole he sets out some burgers and they're gone the next time. They're like, oh, Solomon Grundy, but you don't see it. It's show don't tell kind of thing. So then back at Courtney's house, they have her out for breakfast and they're like, where are you going? She's like, I need to talk to Yolanda. I got her into this. I need to talk to her. And they're like, you need to just give her some time and space. And then Mike's like, that's a horrible advice. And I'm like, yeah, that's horrible advice. Something's going on with Yolanda and you need to figure it out. It's not just she killed somebody. It's somebody, and she's thinking about it, which is, she has PTSD for killing somebody, but she's having to deal with that extra because Eclipso's not helping the situation. So then Mike is all like, you need to, Eclipso, you got Eclipso out there and everything. And then they hear the doorbell ring. And she goes out there and the Wildcat outfit has been dropped off, which I'm like, oh, bummer. So so then Beth over at Beth's house, she's trying to figure out the goggles still. Which good on you, Beth. You're trying to figure out those goggles. And they come online and he's all like, he's basically like, he's in the shadow realm. And I'm assuming, like, this is the thing. I kind of know about it because of the shade, but with the comic books, like when I read comic books, there are characters like the shade, like the JSA. I don't read too many. Like I've read comic books with the JSA in them, but I don't like go out and get them. Like I don't when I go to the comic book shop. If there's one there and the cover looks cool, I'll flip through a couple pages and pick it up. So I don't really know an overwhelming amount, but I know enough to where I could have a conversation with you if we had one. So anyways, so the Shadow Realm is where the Shade goes. Like when he disappears into the shadows, he goes into the Shadow Realm, and then he comes out of the Shadow Realm. That's how his powers kind of work, and that's where he gets his powers from. So then she's talking to him. He's like, I'm in the Shadow Realm or whatnot, but then he goes offline or whatnot. But these are his original pair of goggles. He took in the Shadow Realm his pair of goggles. So that's probably why they're not working for her. So she's, doing all this stuff, and then she sits down, and you can see Eclipso in the laptop there. So Eclipso's going to start messing with Beth now. So then they're out in the woods, and he's sitting here talking to Solomon Grundy. Like, I think the CGI is good on Solomon Grundy, but like I said before, there's no way they can keep money budget-wise. You're going to have to break down some other stuff to have Solomon Grundy in more episodes. Like they might have him in one more episode, and that's it. But anyway, so Solomon Grundy's sitting here eating his apples, and he's sitting here talking about a dog that he used to have. And basically like, the uncle didn't treat it right or something like that, but they gave it to another family. And when he came back weeks later, the dog was a different dog. Like, it was, because the dog was a bad dog. It was like mean and everything. And they took it to another family. And he's like, I came back and it was a completely different dog. Because all they needed is love. The dog, all it needed was love and attention and affection and all that stuff. He's like, so maybe we can, I can do that with you. And everything. Comparing him to a dog, that's horrible. And so he's all like, can you even understand? You don't even understand what I'm saying and everything. And Solomon Grundy pats him on the back and hands him an apple. And Solomon Grundy can't understand. If you know Solomon Grundy, he's basically like a smart zombie, but he's not smart. So he, eats the apple and everything, and then Courtney takes the black cat or the wildcat costume down to the basement and everything, and she's talking to her staff, and she's like, "Hey, I don't know why it's taking you so long to heal. I wish I could help you more. I miss you. You're my friend." She's like, "I'm so sorry it took me that long to say that you're my best or you're my friend." And then the staff glows and everything. She names him Cosmo, which I liked. I like that she named him Cosmo. And again, I don't know. I think this is alien technology. I think I remember reading that or whatnot in the JSA comic books. I have a handful. Anyways, but I think it's an alien technology. Anyways, so she's really bummed about that. So Beth's parents come in and they want to talk about the divorce with her. And she's like, she's like, before I was a great doctor, I was really good at making Rubens. And he's like, best Rubens ever. And I'm like, it's just a sandwich. So I hate when people say, so-and-so makes the best whatever, because I'm like, oh, well, let's try it out. And then I'm like, I mean, this is good, but it's not the best. Like, come on, let's stop it. Anyways, so they sit down talking, and they're like, when we moved here, we wanted to, have careers, all that stuff, and we had you, so we focused on you. And they're like, it's the reason we're getting a divorce is because of you. It's all your fault. Now, as soon as they started saying this, I knew this was not real. Like, I knew something was going down. And she starts seeing maggots in her sandwich, and she throws them on the ground like, Beth and everything. So we go back to him. He's getting in his car, and he hears on the radio that hunters are going to go hunt down a bear. They heard that there was a bear coming too close to the town, and they were going to go hunt it down. So he gets out of his car and calls Pat, which we'll see that in just a second. But Courtney comes in here and she's like, we have to help Cosmo out. He's like, it's taking too long to heal. And he's all like, listen, the JSA was there when everything was right and they needed him. Now, they didn't just rush right into everything. And everything. And I can't remember what else he says off the top of my head, but it was stuff, something along those lines. So then he gets a call from Rick, and they show up at the woods. And Courtney's like, listen, Cosmo's got a couple of blasts in him, but he can't take on Grundy for a long time, kind of thing. So they go into the woods. Beth goes over to Courtney's house. And she walks right in. I just want to say this right now. Who walks right into a house? Like, that's insane to me. Like, Beth, you can't just walk into people's houses. This isn't Canada, okay? But she just walks right in. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Beth, why are you just walking in? You should be ringing the doorbell or knocking and everything. And even then, if nobody answers, you don't walk right in. Anyways, so she's in there. It's fine. It's a show. I shouldn't. And this little boy, Eclipso, shows up. And she's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, what are you doing in here? And he says, I can't remember exactly what he says, but he says something about, like, that's what's wrong with you. Oh, he's like, you took this. And he's talking about the goggles. He's got the goggles. He's like, that's what's wrong with you people. And she's like, excuse me, kind of thing. And he means black. He's talking about her race. And I want to say right now, before we get into it, I do like how this show talked about race. The problem that I have with a lot of other shows, like Batwoman, which sucks, is they always shove race and politics and identity politics. They just shove it down your throat. They're like, eat my politics, eat my politics. And you're like, I'm not even hungry. But this show, I thought this show did it very well, So he's like, if you want him, you can come get him, kind of thing. So she goes upstairs. And I was, like I said, I was very proud of Beth because she stood up to Eclipso. Eclipso's scary in the comic books. This one looks good. I think he looks good, but so far he's not that, scary and everything. So she goes into Courtney's room, and she's like, I know you're in the closet. She opens the closet, he's not there, and she turns around, he's right there. And I can't remember exactly what he says, but he says something about race again and everything. And she's like, excuse me. And then she's like, I'm not scared of you or something along those lines. And he screams and she flies back into the closet. So then back in the woods, Rick runs into some, can you see him there? Okay, so Rick runs into, excuse me, that was horrible. Runs into some hunters, one of them's been injured. And they talk about how there's a girl in the woods. And he's like, he wouldn't hurt her. And then he's all like, what is it? And everything. And so he starts going to look for Solomon Grundy. So then in the closet, Beth runs into the JSA. And they're in their little headquarters or whatnot. And she runs into Starman, Wildcat, and Hourman, the originals. And they're like, what are you doing here, kid? How did you get in here? And then the little boy's all like, yeah. He's like, you're the wrong age. You're the wrong color. You're the wrong sex. He's like, you shouldn't be here. And he's basically going on, and he talks, I now remember what he said before, but he's basically talking about how, he's talking about her race, and then he's talking about how everybody on the team, she's the one that, she didn't earn her powers, she just took the goggles. And that's what he's talking about her stealing, and just like how she doesn't belong there. And then he runs away and everything, and she falls after. Back in the woods, though, Rick runs into Solomon Grundy. He flips his little thing, I think. Yeah, he flips his thing, and he runs into Solomon Grundy. And he's like sitting there, and he's all like, he turns, and there's a little girl in the river, and he's got blood all over his hands. And he's like, did you do this? And then he's like, and Solomon Grundy's like, I'm kind of giving him the yes kind of thing. He's all like, you monster, and everything. And Solomon Grundy runs away, and he runs after him. So then Courtney and Pat, they run into the little girl in the river, and they pull her out. Pat pulls her out and everything, and she's laying there. Now, I'm pretty sure this is Dr. Midnighter's daughter, but I don't remember that actress because I only saw that episode once. But this little girl's sitting there, and then finally her eyes pop open, and then she disappears. And they freak out, and they're like, "What's going on?" kind of thing. So then back at Rick's house, his farmhouse, he's like, Solomon Grundy's like, "Why did you do that?" and everything. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you," or whatever. So he runs at him, and they start fighting. And Rick is winning. He's just beating the crap out of Solomon Grundy while fireworks are going off. And then so Beth, she walks back into the living room of Courtney's house, and Eclipso shows up. And he's like, "You're the weakest out of everybody." And then he's beating the crap out of Solomon Grundy. And then Stargirl shows up, and he's like, "Stay out of it. This is not your ass." And he throws him up against the truck. And then Beth's all like, he's like, you know, he's like, "You're weak." He's like, you didn't earn your place on the on the team. You took the goggles from that Courtney's room. You've lied about everything. You used that smile to get your way into things and all this stuff. And Courtney's all like, back to Rick. Courtney's all like, "Rick, that's not Solomon Grundy." And he looks over and he's beat the crap out of his uncle. I don't feel bad for him. He's a dick. And he's all like, "What did I do?" kind of moment. And he checks and he's alive. So he grabs his hourglass and he just smashes it. And when he did that, I was like, "What?" and everything. And Courtney's mortified. So now she's down 2 members of the JSA. And she's not going to get one back. Because Hourman, I don't think Rick is smart enough to fix that thing. And if he is, good for him. He's going to have to because they need to bring him back. If they don't bring him back, because his powers are pretty easy to do compared to, say, Courtney's. And that's also I'll talk about it later. Anyways, so he breaks that, and he's like, "You want it?" And she grabs her goggles. So she grabs her goggles and she's trying to take them, and she's like, "I've earned my place on this team." And she's like, "And by the way, I'm proud to be black." And she falls over with the goggles, and she puts the goggles on, and it takes away the whole illusion. And then so Rick gets put back into the back of a police car and taken away. And then off in the shadows, Solomon Grundy comes out of the shadows. He's like, "Friend, I am Grundy," kind of thing. He doesn't say "I am Grundy." He just says "friend." So then Beth is talking to Dr. Midnighter in the goggles, and she's all like, "I'm the new Dr. Midnight," and he's like, "Don't take off the goggles. The goggles were the only thing keeping the illusion. Is keeping the illusion away." So that way you can see what's real and what's not real. Which I kind of like that. I like the whole duality of technology and magic. Like, Eclipso is very magic-based, and the goggles are technology-based. So therefore, it's kind of like that constant battle, like when you see in stuff, like Cyber 9 or He-Man, you see technology and magic, and they're kind of like a mixture, but they're at their butting heads all the time. So then she hears her mom. She goes to look for her, and she turns around. She's like, "Hey, you guys." She's like, "Listen, I'm sorry about earlier. With the sandwiches." And they're like, "What are you talking about? We haven't been home all day." And the goggles detect that they're telling the truth. And she's all like, she's like, "I haven't been myself. I'm just trying to be something I'm not, or maybe something I could never be." And her mom sits down. She talks about how when she first moved to the town and she took over as head doctor, she took over for a man. I don't remember the doctor's name. And she had to deal with some biases. Some people didn't like her because they really liked the old doctor because he was a good doctor, he was good at his job. And they didn't like her because she was black. And maybe because she was a woman, I don't remember that part. But definitely her race came up. And she's all like, "What did you do to overcome that?" And she's like, "I worked really hard. Because that's what we do in this family. We work really hard." And she's like, "Beth, you can be anything you want to be." And she's like, "Don't let anybody tell you can't." Her dad's like, "Don't let anybody tell you that." And I like this part, especially like if you take out race and everything, it's still a good message. But if you leave in race, I really liked it a lot because her mom's right. She's a doctor. If she's good at her skills, That should be enough to prove to her coworkers and colleagues and patients that she's a good doctor. She talks about how she delivered a lot of babies, she healed some people, all this stuff, and that's how people started to respect her. And I think that that's a good message. Yeah, I think that's a good message for anybody. And her necklace is really nice. I like that necklace. And then I don't like what Beth's wearing though. That crocheted vest is ugly. Anyways, I don't know why I said that, but anyways, it is ugly. I like his dad's outfit. Anyways, but I'm a dad, so I wouldn't wear that. Anyways, but it was a good message, and I do like this family. And I do like her parents. I think that they're doing a good job with the messages that they send her. Not so much with the constantly working all the time. They should spend more time with their kid. They really should. So then back at Stargirl's house. Mama Stargirl, I cannot remember her name. The actress's last name is Strong, I think, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, so she's worried, and Mike's all like, hey, it's going to be okay kind of thing. And they hug. I can't remember exactly what he says, but they hug. And then the window starts to get all icy, and then icicles start to form on the roof. Now, there's two things that I think this could be. It could be either A, the original icicle isn't dead. It could be Grandma Icicle, or it could be Icicle 2 finally getting his powers. I don't think it's Icicle 2 finally getting his powers. I want to say it's probably Grandma Icicle, but I hope it's Icicle 1 coming back, because I liked that character in season 1, and I kind of miss him now, But yeah, no, this episode was a good episode. It was not as action packed as I like my episodes to be, but I can understand why that Solomon Grundy probably cost a lot of money for them to make. It probably cost most of the budget for this episode. But I really did like it. It was good. It's not my favorite episode. I think my favorite episode is the one where Eclipso shows up. I think it was episode 6. So, but again, I'm really proud of Beth. I really like her a lot. I think that she's. I'm curious to see what else she can give to the team, because I feel like she kind of stays back and doesn't really supply any of the fighting stuff. So it'd be nice if she stepped up and like, hey, I need to learn to defend myself, even at a rudimentary level. I may not be able to fight the new Sportsmaster or Shiv when she shows back up, but maybe I can take on, Fiddler, because he didn't seem like he was very fighty ready kind of thing. So that I was going to talk about something else, but I didn't talk about it. Maybe I can find it in here and I can talk about it. Give me 2 seconds and everything. Yeah, I think I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I don't remember what I was going to talk about, but I just hope that they find I hope they fight Eclipso again, but really fight him. And I hope that they bring back Dr. Mid-Niter, because then maybe he can be Beth's mentor. And then we did see Starman, Star Guy, the original Star Spangled Kid, but he wasn't a kid anymore. We did see him in an episode, so maybe it'll be nice. Maybe he can come and teach Stargirl some stuff, how to heal the staff. I think that's probably what's going to happen, to heal the staff and everything. And then I hope we haven't lost Rick Tyler forever. And I hope we haven't lost Wildcat forever. I liked Yolanda as a character. So I hope that these characters come back and they join the JSA. And I hope it's not just the new members like the Green Lantern and Thunderbolt and who's the I can't remember the last one. Who's in the last? I don't think there was another one. Anyways, all right, so that's my breakdown and review, you guys. Again, this episode's really good. I like this show so much. It's my second favorite CW show on right now, besides Superman and Lois. So tell me, what did you guys think about this episode? Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Are you happy that Beth finally stood up and, in my opinion, kind of showed how she was valuable to the team by standing up to Eclipso? And what did you think about the message and how they handled the race and everything on this show? Do you how does this fit on where your ranking of the episodes is? This is probably my second favorite episode. But anyways, so go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Stargirl breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.